Welcome to CodeRef. While surfing through awards, I noticed one effect that keeps showing up on modern websites, the draggable interaction. And honestly, it just makes the whole experience feel way more interactive and alive. So I thought, we haven't really covered this draggable effect on the channel yet, why not give it a try? So here's what I came up with. When the page loads, all the images smoothly scale in from 0 to their original size. And once they are visible, you can freely drag them anywhere across the screen. But here's the fun part. If you try to drag them outside the viewport, they don't just disappear, they bounce right back inside. It gives this really nice, playful feel while still keeping everything within bounds. If you'd like to see more animations like this, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like, it really helps out. And now, let's build this. First, we'll import the required packages like GSAP, use GSAP, Draggable, and Inertia Plugin. Draggable helps us move elements around by dragging. And Inertia Plugin adds that smooth momentum effect when you release them. Now inside the component, we'll create a wrapper section and also give it ref as container ref, which we will declare later. This will act as our main container. It takes up the full screen height, centers everything both vertically and horizontally, and gives us a clean dark background to work with. Next, we'll add a centered text layer on top. This will be absolutely positioned to cover the entire screen, with the text perfectly centered. We'll also disable pointer events on it so it doesn't interfere with dragging the images. And inside, we'll place a bold, large heading, styled to be big, clean, and attention-grabbing. Now we'll create a container for our images. It's relatively positioned, responsive in width, and keeps a fixed aspect ratio. And inside it, we'll map through our images array to render each one. Now for the images, I'm importing them from my assets folder. And then simply storing them inside an array, so we can easily loop through and render them. Now we'll loop through the images and create a card for each one. And for each card, we're assigning a ref and storing it inside an array. This way, we can easily target every card later for animations and dragging. Then we style the cards, positioning them on top of each other, adding rounded corners, a shadow, and a grab cursor to show they are draggable. And inside each card, we'll add the image. It fills the entire card and stays properly cropped using object cover. Next, we'll declare our refs, one for the container and another to store all the cards. And we'll also import GSAP, use GSAP, and Draggable to handle the animations and interactions. Now let's move to the GSAP part. First, we grab all the cards using the ref. Then for each card, we set some initial values, a slight rotation for that stacked look, proper z-index, and scale set to 0 so they're hidden at the start. And after that, we animate them in. They scale up to their original size with a smooth ease and a small stagger so they appear one after another. Now we'll make the cards draggable. We start by creating a z-index counter so the active card always comes on top. Then we use draggable on each card, allowing movement in both X and Y directions. We also restrict the dragging within the container, add some edge resistance, and enable inertia for that smooth, natural movement when you release it. Next, we handle the press interaction. When a card is clicked or dragged, we slightly scale it up to give that active, picked-up feel. And then we increase its z-index so it comes to the front. While dragging, we also add a bit of rotation. Based on how far you move on the x-axis, the card slightly tilts, which makes the interaction feel more natural and dynamic. Now when we release the card, we check its velocity and position, basically how fast or how far it was dragged. If it crosses a certain threshold, we throw the card out in that direction, adding some movement, a bit of rotation, and a smooth animation. And once it goes out, we reset it back to the center with a slight random rotation. So it feels fresh every time you interact with it. And if it doesn't cross that threshold, we simply bring the card back to its original position. with a nice elastic animation, so it snaps back in a smooth and playful way. And we also scope everything to our container ref, so all animations stay properly contained. And here is the final result. The images smoothly scale in, stack nicely, and you can drag them around freely. They tilt as you move them, and if you throw them out, they animate away and come back. Otherwise, they snap back with a nice elastic feel, making the whole interaction smooth and playful. This kind of animation works really well for portfolios, image galleries, product showcases, or any creative landing page where you want users to interact instead of just scroll. If you enjoyed this and want to see more animations like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.